Only that Mazand and Razak are ready for you at the Lover's Stone. Did you smash your head in there? Mazand and Razak, your two friends from the Serpent Tower Beach? No, Razak Bazevk. Or was it Razak Rock? Whatever. He says he's got the frequency down. He wants to run the plan by you before proceeding with the initial test. It's outside Sinitu Deus, the dome-shaped building on the western cliff. Mazand, Razak, they should be standing right by the stone. Now you're starting to worry me. Just follow the road west and you will reach. Get checked up with one of the others while you're there about your memory loss. We're going to engage in tonal communication with the island's mechanisms using the prophecy stones. Those were your words. And I'll remain here with the Shadow Stone.
Everything's set. Ready to begin testing on your command. Razak's composing the instructions, but to be fair, this is all based on information. As acting leader, you should see it through, providing guidance along the way. Don't worry. A single tone isn't enough to cause a reaction. Oh, this was your... We're going to need your help anyway after testing. You might as well see how it's done. Alright. Wait. Actually, we thought you should do the honors. Use this tuning hammer to strike the stone. These hammers are specifically designed for tonal work. If we can trust the other Razak's word, then this is the only tool at our disposal that can be used to interact with the prophecy stones. As hard as you like. These prophecy stones are made of void stone. Better to see if the hammers can break now before we split up. One strike will confirm whether this works or not.
Yes, perfect! Now, if the theory is correct, the other prophecy stones around the island will have vibrated on the same frequency just now. Kalanok should be giving us a signal. There! Meet me at the Lady Stone to the north, sir. Ready when you are. Where did I put my notes? Fundamentally, they're no different than the standing stones in the land of the Nords. Even their engravings are a perfect match. Unlike the standing stones, however, they're composed of a unique material. The same material that was used to build the Citadel and its outer wall, Voidstone. We all know that Voidstone has an inert resistance to magic that can only be invoked by our magecraft. According to what our friend from the Mage Tower told you, the stones also possess the ability of intercommunication, presumably through the void. I find that to be remarkable. Each stone is essentially a very primitive coherer. Yes, the Anomaly's imprisonment was heavily reliant on Voidstone, so you can imagine the security risk this knowledge would have posed. One of the several mysteries surrounding the stones that I was hoping would be answered. The stonework is not Dwemer, yet the rims encircling the edges are undeniable. It can't be the work of one of our kin. Nordic forgeries by a long-forgotten pioneer, maybe, but that doesn't explain when they appeared. I thought everyone on the island knew the story. Have you noticed that the prophecy stones are always in the same general area as one of our towers? This was not by design. You see, the stones weren't there when we arrived. They just came into existence after. Only the bases are our work. Additions meant to stabilize the stones, so they wouldn't tip over or be dug up from the ground by thieves. It was strange, to say the least, how everyone unanimously in hindsight, it makes no sense. Something about this frightens me. I can feel my mind being tugged in two different directions. Focus. Focus. Yes, sorry, I don't know what came over me. Better to shift away from. According to those in charge, they are maintenance hubs for the temporal-spatial claudication field surrounding the island. The underlying tech in each was beyond the understanding of anyone outside their close-knit circle. Designations for each tower were based on the prophecy stone in the area. Trinity Tower got its name because it was uncommon, but security didn't like taking any chances. Study if a researcher could make a name for himself if he managed to smuggle one back to the mainland. Possible, but we don't have the evidence to prove they're capable of doing. Some have suggested they're from another, that we fulfilled some condition when we completed construction of those towers, allowing them to appear almost simultaneously all around the island. Yes, meaning we must be quick about it to avoid alerting any of our enemies that are still alive. Fine by me. I'm listening. I wouldn't mind boring you with the calculus, but we're running a little short on time. How can I... It's all in the notes. The music notes, I mean. It's a language in itself. With it, you can even speak to inanimate objects. You'll see. An accidental tone here or there won't hurt as long as we don't finish a sequence. But thankfully, we have Laren's notes to help guide us. One that will send our group to the Arkingham satellite stations. Deciphering the instruction set embedded within each tone would have been difficult if it weren't for the formulas in Laren. That station was intended to be the receiving end for the teleporter in the strong... Apparently, Razak Laren's been holding on to him this entire time. It's all raw data, so we still can't make use of the teleporter, but we can use the coordinates to return us to the mainland. Don't worry, I'll be there every step of the way. We also have plenty of leeway to reset a sequence in case you mess up. Like what? Many questions, so few answers. Fine by me. Listen carefully to my instructions so we don't have to repeat sequences. We need to give the others the signal that we're about to begin. Strike the stone 3 times and hold. There. Hold. Wait for the others to send their signal. That was Mazand at the Lover's Stone. Try to remember the tones. It'll make things easier. And we're all set. Remember, strike only when I tell you to. Mess up, and we have to start from the beginning. Okay. Hope this works. Strike. Strike. 4 strikes. End of sequence 1. Starting the second one now. Strike. Strike. What the? That wasn't one of ours. Wait for Kalanok to reset the sequence. Try it again.
You two having fun?
Hey, these guys are from the Stronghold. Be careful. We don't know how many are with them.
You, with the paper. Bring it to me. No sudden moves.
Here.
Teleportation. You ran the numbers? It all checks out?
Yes, sir.
All right. You can have it back. Soldier, step forth. So this is the last group of survivors. You're their leader? I guess you are. Now follow me. We just want to talk. You have my word that no harm will come to the others, or to you. Unless, of course, you escalate the situation. I'm sure you do. Why not ask them away from the ears of the uninterested? It's simple. Follow me, and I'll let them get on with their lives. This isn't a negotiation. You're coming with me. We'll talk on the bridge. Too slow for you? Just meet me up ahead.
As long as his man is posted at the stone producing that tone, we're at a standstill.
I'd like to get straight to business. My name is Nergal. I'm a soldier, just like you. Maybe we met. Prototypes, courtesy of the recently deceased. Their movements and attack pattern, mine were based off of werewolves. Enhanced reflexes, and because it looks nice. You can look at it that way, but I separated you from the rest of your group as a security precaution. I have a proposition for you. I can tell you're someone who doesn't like their time wasted, so I'll come out and say what it is. I want you to join us in the stronghold. Help us turn this island into a crater at the bottom of the sea. Escape went off the table when we reassessed the scope of the situation. No one will leave this island, except for your band. I know you have a plan for that already. This whole thing you've got going on right now stinks of Razak Lauren. You know the bastard was going senile, right? He probably fed you lies just to get you off his back for a while. No one ever found out what the prophecy stones could do. Everyone was forbidden from studying them to begin with. Don't you want to demolish your old prison? It would be a testament to your strength. The power released from this entire facility would be so monumental it might be seen from the mainland. Demonstrate to the other races that they should fear you. Think. In a couple thousand years, the primitives back home. By that time, I imagine their homes will be gracing the skyline, and their horses fed oil. All thanks to the legacy that Dwemer will be leaving behind. Do you know what will happen if they find this place before they reach that stage of intelligence? In curious hands, it would be disastrous. I couldn't care less if they wiped the entire continent off the map, but some fates are worse than death. Some fates extend beyond the grave and could affect even us, even you. No, that's why we're coming to you for help. You've gotten this far on your own. You'll find a way. Okay, now what? Going to kill me? After what you did to my men at the Mage Tower, I'm not fooling myself into thinking you don't have the capacity to wipe us out here, too. Look, I'm not going to lie. You have us at... We're down to only a few able-bodied men that can put up a fight. I don't know your true intentions. We've accepted the fact that we're all going to die. Just help us destroy the island, so that we may perish knowing we accomplished something. It's all we're asking. So the stones get us off the island. What then? Who's going to volunteer to come back to destroy the facility? How can we be sure we'd survive the return trip? It's now or never. We have to wash our hands of this catastrophe. Then I'll lose the only leverage I have. So what do you say? Want to help us? Okay. Now what? Damn. Give it your all, you
Lucky.
May the dead find peace in Sovngarde.
watch it! Hey, watch it! Hey, watch it!
damn dwarves left us but kept their monsters alive. Let's crush these metal livestock and get out of here.
The end of the Dwemer of Sky's Divide, all due to a melodic sequence. Laren knew better than to defy my requests after what I did to the forces that stormed the beach that day. Just as with some of their Tamrielic brethren, not all souls were allowed to pass on. The final note must be struck by a member of the race that is selected to be removed. Even if that weren't the case, playing the sequences while the island was still populated would have alerted others to my location. I would have died. Nergal's men had fortified. My troop of non-combatants would have been slaughtered if we chose to march in there with nothing but swords against their automatons. Those sequences were dedicated to the Dwemer. Non-Dwemer would at most only experience visual and audio feedback. The simulation is completed. That was the last tower simulation, Dragonborn. You're ready to enter the Dwemer stronghold. On the third level are 5 crystal arrays that need to be aligned. Once that's done, power can be restored and the security system lowered, granting you full access. I suggest you take care of any loose ends on the island. Navigating the complex's immense hallways will be a feat of its own, and any last-minute decision to turn back could cost you dearly.
Machines make a lot of noise. You might even call it a battle cry, if these things could talk.
You've made it to the crystal base. When you've properly realigned all 5 crystal arrays, power can be restored to the stronghold. The heroes may have conducted research on how the crystals should be calibrated. Search the floor for any documentation that may prove useful.
Lucky hit.
Out here is kill or be killed.
At least I like to think so.
Сюда!
That's the last of them.
Не стоило сюда приходить.
Get him!
Просто...
Прямо блошиный укус!
That was a good workout.
Ты мне не ровня.
Last mistake. That takes care of that.
Кто-то есть?
Что это было?
Кончить.
Mercy challenge
how
us,
it's
I
done.
fainted, да.
Let's keep moving.
Talos, bless our victory.
last of
death
them.
comes honor.
That was a good workout.
Enemies one by one.
Что это? Come on!
Such a good team.
There you are! Dwarves were clever creatures. You'll regret starting this fight. That's the last time.
At least I like the feet.
Did you hear something?
May the
That
dead
should
find
take care
peace
of
in
them.
Sovngarde.